So to start things off, I am pleased to introduce this afternoon's keynote speaker, the Grauer School's founder and head of school, Dr. Stuart Grauer.
Thank you, Dana. And welcome, everyone. I'm going to provide you the class of 2021 with true wisdom for success and happiness in this keynote, in this one keynote address. That's a tall claim I will substantiate in just a minute. You look great today. I love looking at this get up today. Beautiful. Thank you very much for all you did in preparation. The audience looks great too. It's really wonderful to see all of you and to greet all of you. I want to say I can't see the online streamers, but equally hello to all of you for all over the world. We're streaming live to you from native Kumeyaay land now called Encinitas. And streamers, if you can enter into the chat feature of the Zoom right now, where in the world you are, we'd love to hear that from you. And by all means, write in your comments throughout the ceremony. And today's graduation ceremony integrates some of these new elements with traditions and cultures that go back 30 years, as Dana referred you to. And I refer you all to the back page of the program, which details some of these traditions that we have. But I want to caution you seniors that the traditional gowns you're wearing are culturally appropriated from medieval Europe. Seniors, you're heading off to college, or at least you are on paper. Maybe you're just holding back, finding a way to tell your parents that you've decided to become street philosopher poets and spend the next year in a van. I don't know. Heading off for college, or wherever is my role is to provide you with the pearls of wisdom I promised for you to take with you when you go. And the first pearl I have today, it goes by a lot faster than you think. One day before long, you'll be standing at matriculation ceremony, wondering if you have friends, and before you know it, you'll be graduating and making life decisions. Meanwhile, the people at your school can be like a family, and they can be your connections through life. Remember that. Friends are life connections. And remember another pearl of wisdom. Just because you have to grow up doesn't mean you have to grow up completely. You don't need to get rid of the stuffed animal in your bed. You don't have to give up anything that brings you joy just because you want to be grown up. That's wisdom. And joy. Joy is what you are drawn to, not what other people tell you to. If you expect others to direct you to your own joy, it could even taint your ideas. To quote a wise teacher, senior grad Josie, so many good people don't see like you or are afraid. You have to try things. And Josie adds, I'm happiest when I'm taking on new opportunities and trying new things. So those are my first words of wisdom that I have to share with you today. And now I know what you're saying. You're saying, how could Stuart be so wise? Where does he get all that wisdom? So here's the spoiler. All of the above words of wisdom and ideas that I've been sharing with you so far are merely notes I have been taking as I've listened to members of this class. This is the wisdom of today's teachers who are right here, the courageous class of 2021. The above quotes are from Grace, Jason, Rhea, and Josie in order. And here's a huge tip, quote, take advantage of the relationships with your teachers. They'll be there for you if only you show up for them. That's Ivy wisdom. I wish I'd known that in college. Graduating from Grauer, if you've learned one thing, it's that teachers are there to connect with students. And if they're not real teachers. Go out and find real teachers and mentors. That's your real job. Quote, this next phase is not for you to acquire gain or profit, or to be powerful, or even right. It is simply an opportunity for learning. All else will flow from that. Thank you, Nicole, for teaching us that. And every chance you get, or when things get rough, or when you're adrift, there's a simple truth. It's a good world. Hard work will pay off if you persevere. Graduating seniors, Chloe, Kevin, and Amber all stressed this same exact message. All of them focused on perseverance as a life value as they summed up their wisest learning in closing out their senior year. They seemed to understand that you ultimately will get what you deserve if you persevere with passion. The class of 2021 has an amazing grasp of our school's core values. Signing their diplomas was a piece of cake. This is a class that was pulled apart by a great modern calamity, an off-the-charts political divisiveness, but kept rooted in the school's values and ultimately to each other, so that when they got back to campus, they refound each other and realized a common bond. As Jake puts it, we laughed at adversity and came back stronger. Perseverance. Talia said, we went our separate ways, in the end grew back together. Free to be who we are and accepted as who we are. Amazing life lesson. Talia, this is just about to happen again. The class of 2021 is the compassionate class. We lifted each other up, said Amanda. Or as Maddie said, we're unique and special, but come together as a family. And you're the self-advocating class. Ivy said, we celebrate differences and find mutual interest with each other. Ava calls it the class that came through. Yeah, Ava. This is the resourceful class. As Selah says, I tried everything I get my hands on. Or as Rhea explains it, the one thing that keeps me going is trying new things. We are life learners, Jake A. says. The thought that we already know can be our enemy. Thank you, Jake. I could talk all day about the value of humility there. Maddie asks, we have the opportunity to explore, so why not make that your life? And that is the rhetorical question of the day. At our senior luncheon recently, I asked Eric, what characterized this class? And he commented, we embody nature, creativity, connection. Everything Grauer is, we are. Hearing a comment like that is the unspoken dream of any school in history. And it's still more grounds for graduation. It's perfect. This is the class that shares and embodies our core values. I don't deny that this education has been born out of struggle and overcoming an epic time of disconnection and hardship. And yet hardship and perseverance has born a greater shared vision. Want to find your guru? Wait for a time when true optimism is hardest to find and see who is there expressing it. Isabella said, I have moments where I look out and I'm in the zone and I see beauty everywhere. What more can we ever want? We've spent your senior year together, masks muffling our faces and voices, and through you all, class of 2021, I personally have experienced clarity, creativity, and connection along with our core values. You are the resourceful, compassionate, perseverant, accountable, self-advocating, self-motivated class, and it's been an honor to make alumni out of you. Now it's time to say farewell to you all. My favorite leave-taking poem that keeps inspiring me is from the elders of the Hopi Nation, and I hope you'll be inspired by it too. To my fellow swimmers, this is the hour. Here is the river flowing now very fast. It is so great and swift that there are those who will be afraid, who will try to hold on to the shore. They are being torn apart and will suffer greatly. Know that the river has its destination. The elders say we must let go of the shore, push off into the middle of the river, and keep our heads above water. And I say, see who is there with you and celebrate. At this time in history, we are to take nothing personally, least of all ourselves. For the moment we do, our spiritual growth and journey come to a halt. The time of the lone wolf is over. Gather yourselves. Banish the word struggle from your attitude and vocabulary. All that we do now must be done in a sacred manner, in celebration, for we are the ones we have been waiting for. I'm going to close with words of pure wisdom I got from a poem sent by Araya's grandfather, the legendary William Stevenson, Ph.D., and it goes like this. Remembering the teachers in my past is a time of grace. Thank you, Bill. Class of 2021, thank you for becoming our teachers. Your final assignment from the Grauer School is to go out there and find new teachers, and please remember the old. Nothing will take you to your destiny better than this. You don't need to hold on to any particular college major or idea to do that. You don't need to hang on to any causes or egos or theories. You can let go of all of those. The great teacher is the one who shows you things for you to love wherever you are. Thank you. Thank you.